It's interesting because it sounds like a lot of the stuff, like the person, someone's personhood, like, what makes them them is
Mm-hmm.
is learned. Is that right? It's just a
Yep.
learned thing. And then
Well, what makes them them is more complicated. We would say in human development, the equation is temperament plus experience equals personality. Your
temperament.
personality plus experience equals personality. Your personality is incredibly changeable. Your temperament is not changeable. You were born with a temperament.
Right.
If you take you out of your life now and stick you in death row, Houston, Texas,
Sure.
your personality is going to massively change because it has to adapt to that environment. But the temperament you were born with would remain the same no matter which environment we put you in. It'd be that temperament adapting to death row, Houston, Texas. But the temperament remains consistent. So who you are as a person is really a combination. Again, that's that in the genes, if you like, because you're
Mhm.
born with that temperament. We can measure temperamental differences on the day you're born. So it's really a combination of that temperament with your experience produces your personality. So
Is
personality is really super changeable.
so is temperament like the things that make like your gut feeling? Is that kind of what it is? Like, this feels
Yeah, it is.
morally wrong if I do this and morally right if I
Well,
do
no,
that?
morally wrong is more a bit older. That's more seven. No, it's more
Okay.
just what are you drawn to? Like, well, think about, when I was three, I loved playing in the mud puddles, but I didn't like to get dirty. As soon as I got one little splash of fleck of mud on me, I was inside saying to Mum, "Get me changed, please, I'm dirty." I didn't know that wasn't normal for a 3-year-old boy. So it's clearly something in my temperament. Now, with my knowledge base, I look back and go, "Oh, I think I had little shades of autism." I
Sure.
was very exact about things. I think that turned into, academic brilliance. So I think, a little bit of that is a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
But certainly that it was in my temperament to be incredibly tidy and to be incredibly organized. You see some kids line up their dinkies. They put in dinkies, they still call them dinkies, the little cars,
Yeah.
in order of, smallest to largest, or, putting them in order and stuff. That's like a temperamental trait to be moved towards those sorts of things. And then
Yeah.
there's other kids that are incredibly social as soon as they're born. They're extroverted. There's the baby that wants to go to every other person in the room and delivers a great big huge smile straight away. And then there's the baby that really doesn't want to leave their parents' arms. So there's this is temperament that we got to sort of listen to and respect.
Yeah, it's interesting because when it comes to like the whole, I think autism and anxiety is very, because I have a friend who has high levels of anxiety, but it manifests itself very well in the world that we live in, because it means
Mm-hmm.
he's a perfectionist, right? And so everything has
Yep.
to be perfect, and everything has to be lined up and and work out really well. But
Yep.
it's almost glorified to a certain degree, but it's like a
Yep. Yep.
detrimental. It's very interesting, like a
It
detrimental
is. It's a
trait.
detrimental psychological trait because you're not going to be perfect and things are not going to always work out and they're not going to be in perfect order. That is just not the nature of life. So
Yeah,
you're
but we
setting
all see
yourself
it
up
as
for
this
failure.
amazing thing. It's like, oh yeah, he's killing it, doing a great job.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
losing his
Because
mind.
aspects of it are amazing. Yeah.
Yes,
So I hear what
totally.
you're saying, though.
Thank you for watching that clip. If you enjoyed it, make sure you hit that subscribe button on the left. And if you want to watch the full episode, hit the square on the bottom. To watch another small clip, go ahead and hit that square on top. And if you just want to listen to the full episode but don't have time to watch it, you can find this podcast wherever podcasts are listened to. Thanks. Bye.